Welcome back. Welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to divert from our regularly scheduled content of conspiracy research and philosophy and dive deep into the very materialistic world. But nevertheless, we are here to always learn and to put our health first. Today's video I dedicate to my beloved mother, mi creadora, because due to her lack of knowledge of alcohol, I am here. I love you, mama. You made a great choice, but next time at least pick a better alcohol.
Te amo.
And if there's anything that my 3 years of bartending taught me is that besides the fact that people don't know how to live point blank period, they also don't know how to pick their liquor. So as an ex-bartender that experienced a lot of embarrassing moments due to the lack of knowledge of liquor from clients and an individual that came to this world thanks to liquor, I bring you today's video, how to drink in a healthier way. But before we start, of course, I want to thank you, fellow human being, for sharing your valuable space and time in this reality and this dimension to questioning reality with me and evolving through the art of questioning. Gracias. Before we start with today's conversation, let me pour un mate so I can get my brain juices flowing. Now, most people drink to forget, whether we choose that subconsciously or consciously. But you and me, us, we drink to remember. Welcome to today's class, How to Drink in a Healthier Way, where pleasure meets biology and where your liver still gets to retire with dignity. Now, today's video, I divided into 5 scenes, an extra bonus scene at the end, but we'll get into that, reflecting each scenario in life where alcohol basically is consumed, aka needed, or is just in the scene and around. Obviously, most of these scenarios are social scenarios, but I will give you the best alcohol alternative that has your health in mind above all and allows you to maybe not get terrible hangovers. For each scenario, I will present the best alcohol options and the best cocktail options if you really don't know much about cocktails. I will also give you the most budget-friendly and healthiest and probably the most common alternatives of alcohol for each scenario, since all bars are different. But nevertheless, let's get started with scene 1, the party animal. This includes birthday parties, clubs, and basically any scenario where bad decisions are waiting to happen. Now imagine this, the bass is shaking the floor, your friend just went to the bar to ask for a new bottle or another round of shots, and your pancreas is silently telling you to go home, but you decide to stay. Now, these are gonna be the healthiest and smartest options of liquor you should pick. Go for what I like to call the double C, clean and clear, vodka, gin, and tequila blanco. Why the double C, you may ask? Because clear liquor tend to have fewer congeners. Congeners are basically the dark villainous molecules behind hangovers. So we can thank them for hangovers. Now our budget-friendly options, of course, is going to be Tito's, but specifically Tito's handmade vodka, emphasis on handmade, because Tito's handmade vodka is corn-based, gluten-free, and has a little bit less impurities, aka preservatives, pesticides found in the corn, etc. Now our premium choice will be Grey Goose because it's wheat-based, slightly more healthy than a corn-based vodka. And not only is it wheat-based, it is a highly purified distilled vodka. So in nature, it's just gonna be cleaner than Tito's. Now for our tequila pick, anything that says 100% agave will always be a better choice. If you do not see in the label that it's 100% agave, do not touch it. Companies are supposed to be proud that they're 100% agave, so they most likely will put it first things first in the label. So if this is available, opt for brands like Hermosa Organic Tequila Blanco, which is USDA organic and has no preservatives. But of course, I know it's not that common to find organic liquors in bars. So for a common bar alternative, specifically for tequila, choose Espalon Blanco Tequila, which is widely stocked. So most bars have it, at least in the US, and it is 100% agave. Again, not 100% agave, do not touch it, okay? That is not even alcohol. As for mixers, I don't condone mixers. No such thing as mixers. They will not be a recommendation in any scene scenario in life, okay? Please, for the love of whatever you believe in, skip on sugar bombs, sugar mixers, and specifically anything mixed with an energy drink. Now, the best cocktail that I would recommend for the party animal scene is a vodka soda with lime and cucumber. But what if I don't care. This is my recommendation as a bartender and a person that's studying medicine, okay? Why is this the best pick? First of all, we have the double C, clean and clear vodka, and you can choose tequila, opt for tequila, but we have the lime and the cucumber, which adds hydration. You're in a party scene, you're sweating, you're burning calories, you need hydration. Now we have scene 2, the chill night. This basically entails you being at a friend's house or going to a nice, luxurious, low-lit bar. This is the scene. You're with your friends, there's some jazz or lo-fi house music playing in the back. Maybe you're conversating about an existential debate or simply gossiping, but you do not need to black out to bond. These are gonna be the smartest choice for this type of scene, you know what I mean? We have rum and whiskey specifically for this type of scene. For rum, I recommend Humboldt Organic Spiced Rum. Listen to me, if they have it, give it a try. We're here to experiment, okay? It's cane-based and certified organic, so that's great. And for whiskey, we have Hidden Barn Organic Bourbon. It is made in small batches and has no artificial coloring. For mixers, you thought I was gonna give you a mixer? No. The only mixer I will ever recommend is a big ice cube or a splash of a tonic or spritz. Now for the common bar alternatives, because yes, again, I know most bars do not carry organic choices, but for the best choice in any bar, opt for Bacardi Añejo Cuatro. It's still clear, lightly aged, and has a low sugar finish. Now for today's scene specialty cocktail, opt for a organic spiced rum plus coconut water. Hear me out. Don't knock it till you try it. It is one of the best mixes I've ever tried. Packed full of a beautiful mix of flavor and electrolytes. A biological bonus for this scene is try to implement coconut water more into your mixes and try to substitute coconut water in cases where you would usually add Coca-Cola or Sprite. Because fun fact, coconut water's potassium offsets alcohol's diuretic punch. This in turn will help you either have a very light hangover or no hangover at all. And obviously I do not have to say that opt for coconut water that doesn't have added sugar. Keep in mind, sugar plus alcohol is hangover. Now we have scene 3 that I like to call the business mixer. This is any scene that includes your boss or your coworkers or making a new business move. Picture this, you're here to network, be taken serious, but also let your team or your boss know that you not only know business, but you know liquor. Because you're here for networking, not to recite your resume backwards on top of a hotel bar. Now for this scenario, opt for anything that shows your true colors. But I'm still gonna recommend some things that look more professional because you guys be drinking very fruity, colorful drinks, trying to close a business deal. It does not work. I will never hire you. Now for the business mixer scene, opt for gin, any Japanese whiskey, some good quality tequila, and don't underlook the power of dry, red, and white wines. I will explain why later. For a gin brand, I recommend Prairie Organic Gin. Obviously, it's USDA organic. It's a botanical blend and it's very clean. For tequila, opt for brands like Aldes Organic Tequila Blanco, which is made in small batches and has 0 additives. I'm not really gonna recommend any Japanese whiskey because I believe all Japanese whiskeys are truly made to perfection. So if there is a Japanese whiskey, opt for that. Not on the rocks, but a big ice, or drink neat if you're a true man. Like I said, never underlook the power of a dry, red, and white wine. Emphasis on dry. Please, nothing labeled sweet, okay? Unless you hate yourself tomorrow and you really don't want the job. For a common bar alternative, opt for Tanqueray 10 Gin. It's a very simple gin, but it has no added sugars, which is great again. Now for the recommendation drink for this scene, opt for a gin and soda with lemon zest. It looks grown up. Again, it's giving Great Gatsby, it's giving businessman, it's giving I will bring money to your company.
Tell them to bring me my money.
And it simply physically looks like success. Because remember this, you're not only networking with fellow businessmen, you're also networking with your liver. Scene 4, the date night. Flirty, functional, and still standing. Whether you are going on a first date and you want to look interesting, or it's your 20th anniversary and you still want to keep the spark alive, but have to wake up early the next day. Picture this, it's a chemistry night. The goal is attraction, not amnesia. Now for this scene, opt for gin, tequila, and red wine. Again, a lot of people underlook the power of red wine, specifically men, when in fact, red wine helps men out much more than women. Because red wine contains resveratrol, which is very, very good for circulation if you're planning to have adult activities after the date. Again, as an ex-bartender, I notice how men, just to not look feminine, don't like to drink red wine, when in reality, gentlemen, it makes you look much more interesting and, well, it helps you out. Obviously, some recommendations for red wine are brands like Frey Organic Cabernet. It is sulfite-free, USDA, organic, and biodynamic. For gin recommendations, opt for brands like Never Sink Gin, which is apple-based and made in small batches. And for tequila, opt for brands like Agave Luz, organic tequila blanco. Again, for common bar alternatives, opt for anything that's 100% agave. As for tequila, for red wine, just opt for a dry wine. Best cocktail for the scene is a cucumber spritz. Usually contains cucumber, mint, soda water. It's light, it's flirty, it has electrolytes. Now that you have this information, you will drink to connect, not collect regrets. Now scene 5, the morning after, the redemption arc. Now here, you are alive. Barely, but congratulations. This is the time to trade sin for science. Even though this information that I'm about to share is super obvious, I guess it's not that obvious because most people don't do it. If you decide to drink the day after, opt for vodka. Yes, you didn't see that coming. And the only mixture I will ever allow for this scene specifically would be anything that has tomato juice, celery juice, cucumber juice, lemon juice, any of those things, some salt, some pepper. That will be great because you bring in some nutrients back that you lost the night before. Think of it as a salad that made bad decisions. A biological bonus for this scene is that tomato juice actually contains lycopene. So lycopene plus potassium plus moral redemptions equals tomato juice. Now for those in scene 5, I congratulate you. Now you're spiritually aligned with your electrolytes. Like I said, I have a final scene, scene 6. The reason this scene, and I'm going to put my mate down, is so different from the other scenes is because this scene is very unique to a specific type of person. This is a person that drinks the healthiest, probably, understands liquor in a way that nobody, not even the liquor industry, understands. And it is literally the oldest way of drinking. I present to you scene 6, the digestive society, aka the after dinner philosopher. Yes, this is where I rule. I personally am not a social drinker. I am pioneer and part of the digestive society, aka the after dinner philosophers. Why? Because I understand liquor to another level. This is the scene of people that use liquor for medicine. Now let me paint a picture for those that will never be part of this club. I'm joking. You guys can make it here, trust me. The plates are cleared. We're done with food. Somebody mentions metaphysics, questions whether we are born to be bad or learn to be bad. We've entered the realm of the digestive society, where immature people fear the bitterness, and those who dare chase enlightenment in little tiny glasses. Now here, for our liquor choices, I like to call them the elite elixirs. Yes, I'm over-exaggerating it because they're this important. Now we have one of my favorite, Fernet Branca. This is the liquid embodiment of I've seen things, I believe in conspiracy theories, and I live by conspiracy theories. This is a beautiful concentrate of bitter herbs that stimulate the digestive system. Following it, we have Campari, a bright bitter aperitif and also digestive that not only stimulates bile flow, but also existential reflection. Following it, we have Amaro Nonino, one of my personal favorites as well. It is balanced, a gentle bitterness. It is a perfect gateway to mortality, I guess. Or at least that's how it feels. And last but certainly not least, we have green chartreuse. Made up of 130 alpine herbs, it makes you feel like a true monk in a monastery after a dinner. And it is possibly like witchcraft. Basically, green chartreuse resembles more of a potion. A common bar alternative for all of these digestives and bitters is Aperol. That said, if you cannot handle Aperol, doors are closed in the digestive society. You cannot sit with us. I'm joking. Since Aperol is lower proof, it is a little bit sweeter than all of these bitters, and it will act as your first step to the bitter dimension. Now, there's no such thing as the best cocktail for the scene, but I will give you one. I call it the Herbal Digestive Tonic. This will entail any of the bitters, specifically Amaro and Fernet, with some tonic water or sparkling water and lemon zest. This beautiful cocktail tastes like sophistication and no regret. Now, a biological bonus for this scene is that bitters trigger the vagus nerve, basically prompting your stomach to produce digestive enzymes, which obviously helps with digestion and kind of easing the post-meal fullness. And a bonus is that they're great for your gut, fighting parasites and controlling candida. So now we have reached the conclusion of today's class. I think it was pretty fun. Take what you will. You know, life is short to never experience alcohol.
Julian.
Now, some final words from your dear bartender. You can have fun and still respect your body because the trick isn't abstinence, it's evolution. And remember this, clean, additive-free, and organic equals a cleaner ride. Simple mixers equals fewer regrets. Hydration before, during, and after. Make sure that while you're drinking, have foods that are very high in fat and protein to slow down the absorption of alcohol in your body. And most importantly, sip slow, laugh hard, sleep long. Because the healthiest way to drink is to remember the night before, digest your dinner, and wake up like a legend. Hasta la próxima.